forgive me for that. I'm not so keen on being ill. It's a bitter reminder that I'm actually mortal. I was so unwell, I thought I was going to die, so I phoned all of my friends and I told them that I was dying. You know, I wouldn't have wanted to die had I not told anybody. I think it's polite to schedule that sort of thing in. You should always let people know when you're going to die, just so that they would have enough time to process the grief. I thought it was a kind thing to do. None of them seemed to believe me, and furthermore, they accused me of being highly dramatic. I'm as blind as a bat, so I've taken along my magnifying. But if they tried to run off with whatever they've stolen from me, then I would see them once they stepped outside my 1 metre radius, and I would throw a gold bar at their head. People would always say, "Oh, you have such a lovely voice. Could you perhaps consider doing ASMR videos?" And I used to think this was very rude. I just used to read ASMR and think, what is this? Is this some sort of BDSM or something? This, of course, resembles a diamond. It's made of glass, sadly not real diamond. Although if any of you would like to buy me a diamond, preferably one this size, I'd be very grateful if you would. Now the first question is from a user of the site www.twitter.com, and they have asked via Twitter, "Are you okay?" I am very well, thank you. Thank you for asking. How do you do? I hope you are well too. A Twitter user has asked, "Do you only wear black?" I don't wear just black. Certainly not just black on its own. I also wear fetching black, dashing black, refined black, seamless black, elegant black, nouveau black, light but dark black, ultra black, and pastel black, raven black, matte black, glossy black, and satin black, pitch black. So no, I don't wear just black. I wear many a type of black. It can be awfully stressful getting ready in the morning when you have to pick between dashing black or fetching black or pitch black. There are so many options, and I do struggle with it, but I get there eventually. An Instagram user has asked, "If you were not in the sort of career that you are in now, what would you be doing?" I think I could do his job and his voice pretty well. "Here, the beaver moves swiftly through the forest to mate." Does your milkshake bring all the boys to the yard? No. Although, in saying that, my caviar has been reputed for alluring all the lords to the court. But I always find the prospect of drinking milk from a cow rather foul. I think most people would be repulsed by taking milk if they had to extract it themselves. I certainly would not be going over to Mary the cow with my cup of tea and squeezing some milk into it. Absolutely not. I find it absolutely rancid. And I seriously believe that Mary the cow would not like you squeezing her milk out of her udder into your cup. I think it would be very presumptuous. I have an immense coffee addiction, and I have had it for a long time. I am, of course, trying to find a Coffeeaholics Anonymous. I don't know where I will find one. Just to be able to go to a room full of people that also struggle with coffee addiction and talk about how it is so alluring with its scent and its taste so perfectly putrid and always and never fails to invigorate one. But yes, I need help. How would you describe your style in 3 words? I am a man, and of course Another question has asked, what century were you born in? I think it is very important for you all to know that I was not actually born. I was summoned here to perform a task and a purpose. And I, of course, was summoned on the 31st of May, 21,982 BC, which makes me 24,000 at the end of this month, so it's super exciting. It is so marvellous just to be able to live and live and live and live and live and never die. And there's definitely a very interesting comment that I get quite a lot, and it's a similar theme. It's always centered around men, which is very interesting. Comments like, "You are going to be punished by God for tricking men into sleeping with you," or comments like, "Whatever man is going to take you home from the club is going to get a nasty shock." That one in particular, I find I've gotten that quite a lot, about men taking me home from the club. I object to this highly because, first of all, I am John Maclean. The only man that takes me home is the chauffeur, and the only clubs I shall be going to shall be private members, secret societies, or ones I own. I'm not going to be cavorting around in any small dungeon. The last time I was in a nightclub was back in 2016, actually. It was a friend's birthday party. I believe it was a gay bar of some sort, because everybody that was there looked quite stereotypically homosexual, sort of very puzzled by the environment I was in, so I was sort of looking around in shock and disbelief as I was looking for the gentry or for a chandelier or for a waiter, and it was nowhere to be seen. This swarm of barely dressed men came towards me, started waving their arms in the air and shouting words like yas and slay and girl. Now, I wasn't very sure of the dialect that they were using, and I asked my friend who was with me at the time, and of course he looked very similar to them, so I presumed that he would perhaps be able to translate. And of course I asked him, why are they saying this? And he said, they're showing the highest form of regard. I was very puzzled by this, of course. I think they thought I was doing some sort of peculiar exotic dance, as I was looking around in distress. Anyway, I was awfully flattered, and after that I left quite swiftly. The next question asks, what SPF do you wear? Haute couture. That great big shiny ogre is not getting anywhere near me. That is applicable for everybody. I myself don't tan at all. If I were to go into sunlight, I would incinerate and burn. I've been avoiding the sunlight for 3,500 years. I've been accused of being Dracula.
Blah, blah, blah.
Purely for the fact that, unlike most forces of darkness, I don't proclaim allegiance to the devil. That's awfully common. I operate independently. Besides, on the few occasions that I have been to hell, the decor is absolutely ghastly, so I never really stay for long. So I'm always very sure to return to the realm of the living quite swiftly. I always get accused of being a vampire as well. Considering or calling somebody a vampire is the accusation that they indulge in mortals. I suppose that would be quite an acquired taste, but mortals aren't really my thing. Seamlessness. 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 Seamless. Seamlessness. Seamless. Seamlessness. Seamless. 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 Seamlessness.